Hello and welcome back to the Gemini Dresser. In today's video, we're gonna tackle linen.
No! No! No!
Linen can be such a beast to deal with, especially when you wanna look really, really clean and crisp. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you some insider tips and tricks that I've learned in the biz on how to get your next outfit looking perfect. Okay, so the first thing you want to do once you're ready to actually start ironing is make sure that your ironing board is at an appropriate height and position for you. And then what you want to do is you want to collect and gather any chemicals that you're going to use. In this case, I'm using a just store-bought starch and a squirt bottle that I filled with tap water. That'll help the starch feel less tacky and kind of gummy on the garments once you're ready to actually wear them. Then probably the most important thing that you're going to do is make sure that your iron is set to the correct feature. On my iron, I have an actual linen setting. So make sure that you're using your tools in the correct way because you can hurt yourself or spend more time actually ironing than you need to, and nobody wants to do that. Okay, so my first trick is I like to turn all of my pockets inside out when I'm getting ready to start ironing. This way the fabric isn't laying on top of itself, which can create wrinkles and areas that you're going to need to revisit. The less that you have to revisit, the easier that the ironing process will become. Sometimes once the fabric gets overworked, the fabric can become unreceptive to much more ironing happening. Sometimes then the only thing that you can do is really rewash the garment and let the fibers relax. Another tip that I have, and something that I like to do while I'm ironing, is to move the fabric and the garment around, kind of lifting it up off of the ironing board and sort of replacing it. When you do this, you're restricting the fabric from becoming too sticky and really getting sort of glued to the ironing board, and then you have a less chance of actually burning the garment. And even though you really have to keep the iron in one spot to burn the garment, you can actually start to see some discoloration happen if you aren't moving the garment around on the ironing board. My last tip, which again is a little obvious, is don't wait until you need to wear your garment to iron your garment. One, you lower the chance of burning yourself, which nobody wants to be burned and wearing something cute. But then in addition to that, if there's any drying that needs to happen with the starch or chemicals, they'll be dry before you need to wear them because nobody wants to be sticky when they're wearing their garment.
That is really hot.
I hope that these little tips helped you, and I can't wait to see how your ironing turns out. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching today's video. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe buttons down here or wherever they are. I really appreciate you. And sound off in the comments. Maybe you have a linen tip and trick that I didn't go over, or you want to maybe share your summer outfit. So I'd love to see that too. Thanks so much. Have a good one.